The Indiana Jones franchise has gone through recently a lot of rumors that may reboot. Now, if it does reboot, it will smack, and that's considering Indiana Jones needs. That's considering who shall play Indiana Jones if it shall be rebooted. Who will play the Man in the Hat for another adventure? Who shall he be? And that's considering who's the best candidate. Who do I think should play Indiana Jones? Now this video will go over the actors who should play Indiana Jones. Now some of these are some actors that have been rumored to play Indiana Jones recently, but hasn't. And I will go over some of my and some that may have, and that's considering not all of these. And that's considering my idea of who should be played Indy. I've talked a lot about who I think should play Indiana Jones for a reboot on this channel, and you can guess who's gonna be the guy I pick for final part of this, and that's considering I'm going off of actors that have been somewhat chosen by the fans of who they think should play Indy, and also off of rumors of who should play Indy. That's considering this is all my opinion of who I think should play Indiana Jones if they have a reboot Indy. And you can have your own, but this is my opinion. And if you say otherwise about this list, you are wrong. The first one up is Chris Pratt. I like the Chris Pratt fan casting when I was like a kid, because I was like, oh, Chris Pratt. Because I grown up with the original, I grown up with the full Jurassic World, but like, again, I saw him as like Owen, but now as I got older, I don't want Chris Pratt as Indy. Nothing against the guy. Like, I think he's a good actor. I just don't want to see him as Indy. That's quite literally it. Like, I think he's a good enough actor, and I don't fully hate him, but I really not really want to see Chris Pratt play Indy. Especially when now he's a century. One thing you can complain in this is that he's essentially been everywhere lately. Because like he's been in Garfield, he's been in Garfield, Mario, but like with Indy, maybe he could turn out something good, maybe. Now again, I much prefer of a different actor playing Indy, and that's considering he's been one of the most avid picks since they even announced in the 5 back in 2016. Since like 2016, even after he said, I'm not gonna play Indiana Jones, they've been like, Chris Pratt needs to play Indiana Jones. And that's considering, get somebody else. Like, so yeah. So for me, it's not Chris Pratt, but all actor that's been wanting to play, a lot of people want to see play Indiana Jones, is Chris Evans right next to Glenn Powell, which my reaction is me. Like, I don't really know how I feel about this, just because to me it's essentially just Captain America, but maybe it could work. So yeah. Now again with Glenn Powell on the other hand, I only saw him in Twister, so like I can't really judge when I only saw one movie of him, but yeah. Now again and no actor has been Bradley Cooper for quite a while, especially reading how he donned Indiana Jones. He looked like Indiana Jones in a movie he was in, but still, I generally feel like they were all somewhat different actors that could play Indy, and I haven't really and I also haven't seen anything with him in it, so I can't really judge. I can't judge an actor that I haven't really seen anything in with, because yeah. That's considering this is Scrooge half that way, so I'm going off of another actor that's been rumored playing Indiana Jones, Pedro Pascal. Recently, because of the rumors of the maybe reboot, he's been fan casted as Indiana. I don't really, I'm meh, because, I don't really see it. Now again, a lot of people have also gone for Henry Cavill, which I have seen Man of Steel. I did not like the movie, but, yeah, I think he would play a good Indy. I generally just feel bad for him just because he was fired from it. But, man, he could play a good Indy. That's considering that's considering I'm not going off of a new fan cast of actors that I haven't really seen in movies. Because a lot of people want to see the son of Clint Eastwood's son as Indiana Jones, which I haven't really seen anything with him in it, so I can't really judge. So yeah. But same, and that's considering that's considering my number one pick has been. I already said that on the channel about how I would reboot Indiana Jones, and this has been my number one pick since I foresaw Supernatural, and that will be Jensen Ackles. Please, Disney, get him as Indy. I want to see. My favorite actors for Indiana Jones has been Jensen Ackles. We need him as Indiana Jones. It would be perfect. I see him as Indiana Jones, so yeah, and I can hear the voice. Sammy, it belongs in a museum. Do it. But yeah, that's considering this is only probably a fraction of the list that there have been actors that can be fan casted of who could play Indiana Jones in a reboot. And that's considering this is one of a few actors that I have seen of or have seen them in a lot of things, including obviously in all 15 seasons of Supernatural. I can very much comment on Dean Winchester becoming Indiana Jones. But see you next time, archaeologists, for another adventure with Indiana Jones.